In the shed. Yeah, I was just going to give you a quick rundown on some of my riding gear that I've had for a couple of years now. I use KLIM Badlands gear, and I highly recommend it. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's expensive, but my motto is a poor man pays twice. I've had like mid-range gear, dry riders and RST and stuff like that. It's junk, in my opinion. Like if you've got to use the liners, the zip out liners with the the waterproof lining and the quilted insert and stuff, it's just junk. Um, this stuff here, I wear it all year round, summer, winter, and the other two seasons, spring and autumn. But I don't have, like in summertime, yeah, it's warm, but the vents and stuff on this, like you got arm vents, there's chest vents, there's two back vents. Where else? There's another, yeah, and another arm vent down here. Oh, and a vent there, side vents. So, and with this gear too, which is really good, is when you open the vents, like you can see it's got a couple of little latches there, you latch it back and it pulls the vent open and holds it open. So whenever you're moving, like the air's getting forced in there and then up and over your shoulders and then back out the vents. This stuff works really well. Like it's hot when you stop, but I mean, even mesh jackets and stuff, you know, if it's summer and it's 40 plus, it's hot anyway. And I don't really ride, you know, like hard stuff or I'm out smashing around in the bush in those temperatures. This gear is really designed for touring and stuff like that, which is a lot of what I do. It's not sort of gear that you'd put like this brand of jacket anyway, the Badlands stuff. If you were going to smash around on a 250 in the bush every weekend, this wouldn't be the gear that you'd buy. There's plenty other climb stuff that's suited for that. But I mean, it comes like it's got AC3, is it armor or DC3 armor, which is you can see it in there. It's the impact armor on the shoulders and the elbows, the back. It's also got a chest plate that goes in there. I've actually taken it out because I don't really need it. And it comes with a kidney belt and stuff, so you can cinch the jacket right up around you nice and tight and give yourself plenty of support. This, yeah, like I said, this gear, I've had it for 2 years, and other than being dirty, like, because I use it, you know, it gets smashed around the bush, I crash, and actually my pants have got a nice big mud stain on them at the moment. Yeah, it's like the day I bought it. So the zips still work, the Velcro still works, it hasn't gone all furry. I can be in pouring rain, cinch myself up in this, pull the neck ring tight, do everything up, close the vents, and I'm dry. And I'll guarantee it, I stay dry. Like I've been in rain, torrential rain for hours on end, and the only part that really gets wet on me is from my helmet. It sort of drips down the back and gets inside the back of the jacket. But normally that's because I haven't done it up tight enough around my neck. So sometimes, you know, it gets uncomfortable if you've got it for hours and hours, like pulled tight around your neck in torrential rain. But I mean, it's minimal water that gets in there. But like I said, it is a little bit of water. And like a lot of these places, like I took this gear to Tasmania and rode around down in Tassie from, you know, sea level to 1900 metres, dropping in temperatures from say a 23-degree day all the way down to, you know, sort of 5-6 degrees. I think a couple of times it was a little bit colder than that in the same day. So with this, I could just zip it up and everything. And the other people that I rode with, you know, sort of if it rained, they had to stop, they had to put the wet gear on, they had to put the thermal liners in, all that. This stuff, I just did it, you know, I just rode. And that's what you pay for. And I've come off. You've seen a couple of videos where I've actually come off. Look, I've still got a bit of mud from my last drop that I had only last weekend. It's like wearing an armoured suit, you know, like it cushions everything. The armour in its position correctly on my elbows because it's all adjustable. The jacket fits me correctly. So yeah, I don't have to wear body armour or anything like that, I just put the jacket on and it's done. Like the gear's pretty heavy, so it weighs a fair bit. It's what I first noticed when I first bought it. I thought, holy hell, it's pretty weighty, but I'm pretty weighty myself, so yeah, I don't think it's a major concern. And like I said, after a couple of years now, I've had it 2.5 years. I don't even notice it really. It just sits on me well. So I went down to Barrington Tops a couple of Christmases ago, and on the leg, I think it's this one here. As you can see, I went down at about 60 kilometres an hour and caught on a couple of rocks. I tore there and there, but it didn't tear through like the internal layering. It just ripped a little bit of the Gore-Tex. Now I've spoken to the people that I've purchased it off, and I've just got to send my pants away down to Melbourne, Victoria, and they'll repair that for me and stuff. But other than that, that's the only issues that I've had. And I've come off as well, and I scuffed it a bit there. Like there's a tiny little pinprick, but it's minimal. That's 2.5 years of gear, and I use it, like I said, and you crash, you expect to damage the stuff, but other than that, it's sensational. And like I said, I've been all round here, right down through to Tassie, and then we rode back with the wife, myself and my wife. I've discussed this previous videos. The bike, the ambient air temperature reached 48 degrees coming up the Newell Highway. I was in this gear. Like, it was hot, but I mean, my wife doesn't ride often. She doesn't have quite as expensive gear as this. She was hot as well. She was on a full mesh jacket with armour and stuff, but she was quite hot. It was like sitting in an oven anyway. So, but like I said, I could open the vents up and I'm forcing the air in there. So whatever sweat that I did have, it was giving me a little bit of cooling. But I highly recommend it. I've told all the blokes that I ride with how much I like the gear and why I think it's worth investing in it, especially if you ride. Like I do ride a lot of kilometres, so that's how I justify it to myself anyway. When I originally purchased it was, I spend a lot of time in my gear. So the other couple of people that have gone this way and purchased this gear, I ask them now, after owning it for a few months, 6 months and stuff, how do you feel about your gear? And every single person says, I should have done that earlier. I don't know why I waited so long to purchase it. So, it's an investment. Like I said, if you ride bikes, you love bikes. Most of the people that are probably watching this video, we all do, we all love our bikes. I highly recommend it, just not only for the safety, but just for the quality, how long it's going to last you. There's nothing else more than I can say. Like, there's plenty of reviews on all of this stuff. I know RevZilla do a fantastic breakdown of all of this gear. It's highly worth watching. That's how I did a lot of my research. I purchased mine from Adventure Moto down in Sydney, I think were. But they've got a store in Brisbane now, which is really good. So if you're local in Brisbane, you can go and try this gear on now and go for fitting and stuff. So, and Adventure Moto are fantastic. Like, I've bought plenty of stuff through them and never had any issues with any of their gear. But like I said, it's you get what you pay for. It's as simple as that. And if you do love riding, invest in quality gear. I will break into my next thing too that I've got. I'll bring over just 1 second. My Schuberth helmet, which I'm super pumped with. Like, this thing was $850 landed in Australia. Bought it from RevZilla. Reason being, like, I didn't purchase it here, was $1,200 or something. I think it was $1,200 for this helmet. So anyway, I purchased it from RevZilla. I had a fair bit of Zilla cash. If you know RevZilla, if you purchase things, they give you credits and stuff like that. But anyway, so I sort of justified it that way. I got my GoPro mounted on there, pretty cool. Like, it fits really well, so it just runs off a side mount, and then I've got my microphone and everything wrapped around the arm, and the camera sits there. So, and the microphone's up inside. I'll just open it up. Up inside the helmet there, you may be able to see it. Oh, he's on that side. So yeah, he's just there. I love this helmet. It's so good. Like when I first put it on, it was tight. I thought, oh no, I might have to send this back and get a next size up. But I sort of figured to myself, yeah, I need it firm. Like it was pushing my cheeks in and everything. Now that I've had it a couple of months now, I've done a fair few kilometres in it now. I've been wearing it all the time that I ride. It's perfect. It's broken in now. It fits my head really well. So I'll just throw it on. It looks kind of, I don't know, looks kind of funny because it's a flip up lid, but makes you look like an old fella. But I'm an old fella. And it has a really cool ratchet system, like, yeah, done. No more of this D buckles. God, they do my head in. And they wear the straps out. Like, that's the biggest problem that I have with helmets, is the strap that goes under the chin. I don't crash or whatever, and a couple of years, like the strap starts wearing out and it gets all frayed, and then that's the thing that holds it on your head. So I figure if that's worn, it's time to get a new helmet. So and you just flip it down. And it fits really well, so I'm really happy with it. Because I've got the microphone in there, I've got to sort of push my hand in when I first put the helmet on, and then push my microphone to one side so that it doesn't give me the willies. But the sun visor, and we're down. But yeah, I'm super happy with this helmet. It's beautiful, and like, you can pull up to the service station. I can now gas up. I'm a vapor, so I do vape. So, in the city, when I actually went to work the other week, I had my helmet up just because you can only do 40 kilometres an hour. So I had the helmet up, had me vapor sitting in traffic so I could vape while I was, chilling out. So yeah, it has a lot of bonuses. And like I said, it's hot. I know this is going to be a warm helmet. Don't know how it's going to go in summertime. Because I noticed on the last ride that I did last weekend, I got up a fair bit of sweat going, but I mean, everybody did, so I think it was just one of those days where we'll working the big bike a little bit harder on the slippery clay that day. But I'll take this thing off. I can't say enough, a poor man buys twice. So, like, I'm not talking about helmets, that's a personal choice of thing. Just put that over there. This gear, it's the go. It's simple as that. Like, there is no other. Like, you get on the forums and that, and people, it's too expensive, and, you're getting ripped off, it's not worth what you pay for it, and all this sort of stuff. I'll guarantee you, 98% of those people have never, ever even worn it, let alone have an opinion. I can have an opinion on it. It does my head in. So I always respond with those sorts of comments is just mate, if you haven't owned it, I can't explain it to you, because you've obviously formed your own opinion anyway on what you think is right. But I don't sort of get opinions until I actually own the product and use it, and then say, it's good or it's bad. So the stuff that I sort of comment on is because I've tried it and I thought it wasn't good, or I thought it was good. So, but yeah, anyway, like I said, KLIM, it's the business. Cheers, and thanks for watching, and thanks for the new subscribers too, by the way. Shout out to you guys.